the Ja Morant, he was suspended for the first 25 games of the season.
Yeah.
What if you could see if Ja's sitting right where I'm sitting,
Yeah.
and you could talk to him, what would you say?
I mean, I don't know what I would say, cause I also look at my life and I kind of look at it as a mirror with certain things, especially when it comes to like being shunned in a certain negative spotlight. Mm-hmm. I feel like he's going. I mean, everybody learns, man. He's young, but I feel like he you know, people make mistakes. You know, sometimes we make continuous mistakes.
Right.
But you know, I feel like I can't tell him how to write his story or find his path. I would just say, just do what you came in to do.
Right.
That's all I can say.
You try to surround yourself with as many good people as you possibly can.
Yeah.
And if you feel somebody is not adding, you have to remove them.
Yeah.
Has there been a situation where you felt someone was not adding to Chris Brown, but they were taking?
100%.
That you had to like, bro, I'm sorry, but I've got to stop the ride here. You have to get off.
Yes, absolutely. Through the years.
Is it hard?
It's very hard because you build relationships with people, and you have like brotherhoods with people. People stay like when you're on the road. You got people with you every day. And you know, some people. I'm a family first type of guy.
Yes.
But family doesn't necessarily mean have to be biologically.
Right. It's not necessarily blood, because sometimes blood.
Yeah. You know. So I feel like I have a nice entourage or a nice group of people now that are for me, that understand the bigger goal.
Right.
You know. So I think now it was very hard for me because I would hang out with. You know, we be with gangbangers, we'd be with the wrong type of people, you would be with, you know, just people that don't go with the life path that you might want to choose.
Correct.
So I feel like, but you kind of start absorbing their energy. So if it doesn't benefit you, I feel like you really have to kind of like separate yourself. And my children were able to kind of like get me out of that.
So it was the kids for you.
For me, per se, yes. Definitely my kids, because it made me have a real responsibility. Like I could be reckless with no one to care for. But you know, my children
you got
really
responsibility.
Yeah,
now
so it kind of made me start thinking.
On you and that sees what Chris is doing.
Yeah.
Sees what Daddy's doing.
Yeah.
So you feel that had you not had kids, you might have been on a different path.
Possibly. I might have been a lot more careless. Because I was reckless. I've been reckless when I was young. A lot. But
I'm still young, Chris. You know that, right?
Yeah, but I'm talking about 19, 20,
right.
21. Like,
right.
Yeah, I was feeling myself, you know. So I think now I'm able to be appreciative of like, let's say if people like a song I have, or people listen to me, like, you know what, I really like that song. I really feel it and be like, for real, oh, thank you. And it's a real thank you. It's not like, oh, all right.
Right.
You know? So I think my kids made me kind of like see other aspects that were fun in life, but I'm still able to have my career of the lifestyle that I live, but maintain it in a better balance, you know?
Do your kids make you appreciate more of life?
Yeah. They make me appreciate the stuff that I used to do when I was a kid, because they do everything that I used to do when I was a kid. So, and then being able to talk to them, like, my dad would tell me certain things, but there would be limitations on it. I feel like I'm just like, hey, let me tell you this, because I know you're gonna do this.
Right.
So let me explain to you early. So it's a little different. Like, my kids are definitely my friends until I have to be their father when they're old.
Right.
Like older, and I'm like, look, you can't be doing it. Right now I'm in the fun stages.
Right.
Yeah.
So how difficult is it for your kids, considering your parents didn't have what you have? So how difficult is it going to be for you to rear your kids compared to how your parents reared you?
The funniest thing for that is that I love the people that I have around, but I always tell my mom, I tell their moms, I'm like, look, I didn't have none of this, like, but I still had so much fun as a child. My mom and my father, they allow me to be like.
Kids need things now, though, Chris, to be happy.
Oh,
you didn't need things.
I spoil them now. I do spoil them now.
Okay.
But I always joke with my oldest daughter, and I'm like, look, I'm finna take you to the hood. You finna go and learn all and stay over there with your cousins for a couple weekends.
Right.
Just so you nothing is handed to you. I want you to understand, like, I want you to be just as sweet how my mother is and how my mother instilled in me. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, find yourself, love life, and you don't have to follow in daddy's footsteps.
Right.
Like if they want to sing, great. If they want to perform, entertain, business,
Right.
perfect. But I'm just as happy if they want to do anything else.